My name's Pauline Chart, and I'm a social prescriber for the Jurassic Coast Primary Care Network. So I work for a primary care network. Does anybody know what a primary care network is? Yes.
GPs, I'm guessing?
Absolutely. So we're embedded within primary care, and basically it's a really good way of delivering a standard service across a number of different GP practices. So we cover Lyme Regis, Charmouth, Bridport, Beaminster and Maiden Newton. So we can provide a social prescribing service to all of those different surgeries. So does anybody know anything about social prescribing? Yeah.
So it's the whole idea that, we're prescribing activity and great things to do, and it's like having a prescription, Is that as important
Yep.
as our actual meds prescription? So making people aware
Yep.
and signposting
Yep.
lots of different things.
That's perfect. In fact, you could probably do this better than I can today. So it's exactly that. We're very much here to help people with non-clinical needs. So it's those social things that can also impact our health. So for instance, if you're a bit worried about money or benefits or housing, that's going to impact your physical health as well. So if we can sort some of those things out, it should result in you feeling a little bit better overall, better able to manage long-term conditions and so forth. So, the aims of our service. We generally work with people for about 3 to 6 sessions. Some people need more, some people need less. And the focus is on addressing those social, emotional and practical factors that influence health, working alongside clinicians to provide complementary medical care. So we've got a few different roles within the team. We've got social prescribers and care coordinators who work with adults. Social prescribers generally help people to understand their options, connect them with support and activities that may be available in the community. It might be other statutory bodies, it might be other NHS services. And we work with adults, children and young people. We also have care coordinators, and they help people with long-term conditions like your good selves sort of navigate that very complicated health environment, because I think we get appointments coming from here and there, and there's this specialist and that specialist, and it's just about making it a little bit easier to understand and just sort of help you know who's who and what's what. And again, they can work with you a little bit longer. So we build strong community pathways, so with organisations like this, Parkinson's UK, and lots of other different sort of services within the community. And we also look to identify and fill gaps in provision. So if there's not a Parkinson's group in this area, it might be that we could work with Parkinson's UK or a local charity to provide some sort of service to fill that gap. So that's another thing that we do. And we look at prevention at scale, so sort of helping people with preventable illnesses, more like, sort of if someone's got high blood pressure or something like that, we can maybe help them address that with exercise and so forth. So, sorts of things we support with. For adults, we can support people who are isolated and lonely, in chronic pain, living with mild to moderate mental health concerns, lacking confidence, in need of healthy lifestyle change, people managing long-term conditions, carers, those that are worried about housing or money, people that are victims of abuse, and people living with cancer. Within our young people's part of the service, we can manage people that are feeling overwhelmed, that are living with low mood, lacking in self-worth or self-confidence, worried about future plans, friendships or relationships, needing help with healthy lifestyle choices, wanting help to understand healthy digital media use, seeking new hobbies and interests, needing a supportive hobby or interest, and willing to engage and motivate to make a change. We're not really able to support people that have got very complex mental health conditions or who are suffering from crisis conditions. And we need to have people that are willing to engage with us as well, so it needs to be a little bit of a two-way process. So, a social prescribing appointment, what normally happens is you can self-refer to us, a GP might refer you, a community group might refer you, as long as you've consented to that. We get the referral, we triage it within our team, and we look to see who's going to be the best fit for you. Then we'll make contact, and the first appointment is really about getting to know you. So we sort of look at what's going on for you, what's important for you, and what sort of things you might want to change. So we work together with that and we make a plan so we don't do too much all at the same time. And it's very much about making a plan and working on small goals that we can work on sort of over those 6 sessions. So, for instance, it might be you don't know about the Parkinson's group, so we could connect you to that. It could be that you've got other concerns and we can connect you to groups within the community or citizens' advice or somebody like that to help with that. And that's really the way that the appointments look. So really, that's pretty much us in a nutshell. Has anybody got any questions at all? We can do it either way. So when you come to us, we can meet you in the community, we can meet you at a doctor's surgery, or by arrangement we can come and see you at home. There's 5 of us. Well, we work across the area.
But also area of the problem, because you're looking at completely different causes, aren't you?
We're a non-clinical team, so we're very much addressing those social issues. So I always say we've kind of got a bit of a hive brain. So we all know bits and pieces. Some of us are better at some bits than other bits, but between us all, we've got quite a body of knowledge now. We do. So we've got a children and young person side to the service. As I sort of outlined, we do similar things, but I think we see a lot more with them. There's a lot more issues with perhaps body image, social media, and actually an awful lot of self-harm, which is really sad to see. So we can see children and young people within school primarily, but we can also see them at the GPs or, again, by appointment at home.
When I was younger, I did a lot of house share and flat sharing.
Yes.
Until I got married. And so I'm used to that style of living.
Yes.
And I've got 3 friends with Parkinson's.
Okay.
And one is living on its own, and I can see moving to a stage where just simple things like no one there if he falls over or just simply put a shirt on. And there must be a lot of people in that position, men and women. And I'm thinking it needs, ultimately, it seems to me facilitating would be useful. That's what's needed to move some sort of communal living. But I'm not talking about buying property or anything expensive like that. It's about organising and finding a because a lot of these people are living on their own, but in properties that are probably maybe too big or they're just inconvenient.
Yeah.
2 levels and they need a single level, So I'm just thinking know if I had Parkinson's and I was in that position, I'd want to see that ahead somehow. Not just, that's basically now kind of
I mean, it's a fabulous idea, isn't it?
well, it is, but it definitely needs organisation.
Yes.
And obviously Parkinson's UK will probably need to either pay or find a volunteer who'd act as a sort of, I use the word matron, I don't mean that concierge, in France.
Yeah,
who
yeah,
would
yeah.
just take care, be there. Not be back to meet 3 or 4, I suppose, rota, 24 hours, just to cope with those falls or difficulties. I know there's the thing you can have around your neck, so that's one thing, but it's not, there's always a delay in people getting there, isn't there?
I think it's a fabulous idea. I don't quite know how that would work or quite how we could fit in with that, but it's a great idea. And as you say, with the falls alarms and things, we can certainly help people with those sorts of devices and things that might make things a bit easier for you at home. We can direct you to the tech lounge and things in Dorset that can help you. Even down to the fact that maybe a falls alarm's not always great, because if you fall, you've got to activate it manually, whereas a falls detector will automatically go off when you fall. So, it's maybe about looking at things like that are just that little bit more helpful. But it's a great idea. I think you should definitely speak to our lovely local Ed Morello when he comes and see what he says. Yes.
Out of interest, I hail from Australia, so I don't really understand the setup over here. But how do you fit in with sort of social services? Do you sort of speak with them as well? Like once someone's had sessions with you, are you able to refer them if they need sort of a care work or anything like that?
Yeah, it depends on what people come in with. We work with non-paid carers a lot. So obviously, often when people come to us, they're absolutely burnt out and at the end of their tether. So we'll sort of look at immediate fixes, just plugging into peer support groups and things like that. And then if they want, we can make those referrals to social services on their behalf, because I think sometimes carers are just so overwhelmed and stressed. It's too much to do anything additional, isn't it? So we can certainly help with that. We can help you navigate the landscape. And although there's maybe not hundreds and hundreds of things available, it's important that you know what is available and you've got access to that. So, yeah, we absolutely speak with social services.
And saying a part of the primary care network, does that mean like GPs may refer an individual to your service? Or?
It's mainly GP referral, other clinicians as well, so the nurses that you maybe go and see for your blood tests or something like that. Sometimes people feel a bit more comfortable speaking to them, so they can refer you into us. It would also come from hospitals, from specialist services. Social services also refer to us. So the referrals kind of come in from here, there and everywhere, really. You can absolutely self-refer. I've got a few leaflets with me, so there's all the numbers for doing that. Or you can just ask at the GPs. They've got leaflets as well.
How prevalent is the sort of social prescribing across the UK? Is it mostly...
Everybody should have access to a social prescriber one way or another. It might be through your GP, it might be that it comes from a community group or something like that, or from a charity, but you should have access. If you live in West Dorset, especially Limax, Minster, Bridport and Bedminster, you've got access to a team of 5 of us. So, I think another good thing is the fact when you go to the GP, the appointment is kind of 5-10 minutes if you're lucky. And the thing we can give you is time. So, we can speak with you for 45 minutes or so at each session. If you need it, you might not need as much as that, but we're very much here to work with what you need, what your wants are, and we'll just take it from there. We were part of the 5-year plan that's just finished, so we started our particular group started in 2020. So when we started, it was really just as lockdown came in, so we were a very different looking service then. It was very much more about, befriending, just checking in on people, as time's gone by, we've built really strong community networks, so we're very plugged in ourselves, and we can support you and signpost you to what's going on locally.
So that's your name, social prescription, is it?
Social prescribing.
Social prescribing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a bit of a misnomer, isn't it? Because we're not social services and we don't prescribe medication, but you did a fabulous synopsis of it.
Can I ask, so
Yes.
are you aware of all the sort of Parkinson-specific groups and things, activities that are going on in your local?
We've got a pretty good idea. We've actually got a resource sheet. I've got a few of those with us, which outlines what's available locally. Obviously, there's this amazing group, so everyone in this area is so lucky to have that. There's a group in Bridport, there's various exercise groups, there's all of the national groups as well, and it's expanding all the time, which is really good.
And do the, you spoke about, having access to the GPs knowing about you and being there. Do the Parkinson's nurses, do you work, are they aware of you?
We get the odd referral in from the Parkinson's nurses, but again, we're always happy to go out and see people, have a little chat and make sure that they know that we're here and what we do. Are you a Parkinson's nurse?
No, I'm a physio, but
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else? Any more for any more? Short but sweet.
Thank you.